Right, we are back, I think. Let me just refresh the stream. I hope everybody refreshed it. Let me just go to ESPN right now. We're gonna watch the other match. We're gonna stream till about 8 o'clock. It is currently 6:30 right now. Right, where is it? DC United versus Vancouver. Just gonna do a reaction now. Just gonna watch the rest of this match. Then we'll watch the Rapids versus the Dynamo match, and that will be it for this stream. Because I still need to upload my other video.
They're both pulling and grubbing, nothing there. Gets up.
It's a great tussle.
Excellent. And here just seems to fall down. I mean, that's not maybe a soft.
That's not a foul there.
Good battle.
So yeah, let me take a look at other action around the MLS. It's 1-0 DC United. The Galaxy actually come from behind and beat New England. And they beat them LAFC style. Like they literally were down 2-1, and then Romney basically scored in the 92nd minute, and then Chris Pontius scored in the 93rd, and they beat New England 3-2. Well, I guess now Revs fan will know how it feels to be a Quakes fan now, because yeah, that was crazy. That is crazy. Let me see what the reaction is from the fans. Like, holy crap.
For pretty much most of the 2018 campaign. And the New Jersey boy will certainly have some friends and family here in DC. It's not that long a trip.
Oh, and even the Reddit page. Oh my god, even the like, you guys know how I talk about how the sub that at halftime between Alashe was so embarrassed. Well, even Reddit is now up for it. Like, the coach needs to be fired, copy and paste, and stuff like that. That's the most disrespect thing you can do to a player.
Durkin, neat through ball, layoff from Rooney.
Yep.
Areola waiting for Fisher to join.
Yep, that was just ridiculous.
Durkin.
Oh, they even had the whole Starhay and Alashe sequence. Jesus Christ.
And DC still leading on this man's goal. Nice ball. Great layoff. Areola with a chance for two.
Oh, Areola just scored the second goal there. It is 2-0. 2-0 DC.
DC United in their new field.
You know what? That was a magnificent team goal. The way they executed it.
Oh man, even DC United, who are one of the worst team in the league, is doing good things. That just shows you how bad the Quakes are.
And then two touch in the back of the net. Excellent football. Great finish. Again, since Rooney's come in, he has changed the dynamic from that team, although he's not scoring.
What a goal there.
Unlucky there.
Oh man.
Gets unlucky, just I think sneaks through his legs right here. He's done his left ankle and pops in, but what a great goal from DC United. Absolutely brilliant.
Another game where the Whitecaps concede 2 goals.
Oh man.
Players involved in that build-up. What a layoff it was by Zoltan Stieber. That was the final ball that Areola steered between the legs of Brian Rowe, and those folks are in a good mood. Whitecaps 2-0 down at Dallas earlier this year, of course. And they...
Oh god, man. I feel like the next game we need to put the Starhay out banner, because my oh my, that is ridiculous.
New ownership has it breathed new life into one of the league's original franchises.
Even Matt Doyle is angry about it. Like, look at this. He even said, "I have never seen a head coach in any league so blatantly shows up his own guys. I'm furious on behalf of the Quakes players." And it needs to be said that he didn't just have Alashe stay in the locker room. He let Alashe walk onto the field just before the second half started, huddle up, and then he sent to sub him. I mean, that's the ultimate fuck you sign right there from that Michael Starhay gave to for Tyler Lashe. Jesus Christ. Like, seriously, this is sort of the shit that you got to bring a banner out. Like, I'm been thinking of bringing a banner out in the Sounders game, or even in the Manchester United game. I think maybe I'll do it in the Sounders game because it's enough. Enough is enough. He is a fucking joke.
Davies is going to try one, and that's really dragged wide. Going to take a touch.
The manager's got to go.
And it's a double change now for Vancouver. This is interesting. Nicholas Mosqueda coming on, as is Ali Ghazal. So that's the Whitecaps' 3 substitutes. Jordan Much, the first to make way.
Oh man, I'm just reading every Reddit post right now.
Ali Ghazal, I believe, is taking off. Well, he's taking off Felipe.
It's just ridiculous.
Robinson might want to save Felipe for a return.
Like, everybody is saying Starhay is a clown. Like, that is ridiculous.
The ball went over and out from that corner. David Osted looking for his first clean sheet of the season.
Oh man.
Quite a stat. That was the last time David Osted had a shutout against Seattle.
Oh man. Well.
Aha. Nerwinski.
Let's take a look. Halftime debacle. Let me. I've been a little more lenient to a star more than you. The thing is about the way that you manage it is inexcusable. Sign me up for a seat on the Starhay out bandwagon.
Really is tight quarters on that far touchline. Assad trying to get away from Davies is on that right side now. Battling away. Kamara takes up the pieces. Wins the Whitecaps a throw.
Like, everybody is pissed off about this, and I don't blame him. Like, seriously, that was a joke of a substitution. Oh, also, I forgot to do this. I forgot to do this. Let me just do that. Blah blah blah. Let's do that. Forgot to do this. Let me add a video capture. And what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna change it up. Oops, not that. Filters. I'm gonna do scale fitter. Oops, not scale fitter. Crop.
They've been very tight in their marking, DC. Right. And again, when the ball gets to players like Jordy or even Alfonso, 2-3 players on him at the same time, and that's where the Whitecaps need to move the ball quicker so they can change a point, find the open man.
600. There we go. And then I'll put 0 on left. There we go. And there we go. Right. So just do this.
Looking for an option.
There we go. That will give you guys the score of this game so far. What do you mean about Matt Doyle talking about the Quakes? Just go onto his Twitter page and you can see that he's talking about the whole Alashe debacle, Alashe and Starhay clash. Because it says it there, and also if you look on the Reddit page, it also says it there. Okay, looks like Minnesota is up 3-0 now, or not 3-0, 3-1.
Only a couple of teams have played more games than the Whitecaps. It's been a difficult trip for the Whitecaps in their history to Washington.
Just a Joe Plata score. Ibarra scoring, Quintero with another goal, and Ibsen. Oh man, RSL, man, they just cannot win on the road. It's so, like, RSL right now is just like the Quakes of last season, a team that can always win at home, but they just cannot win on the road for whatever reason. Looks like Dallas had took a 2-0 lead against Chicago. And Fire just got a red card too. And Kellen Acosta scored a goal. Well, that's definitely huge for Dallas and for his confidence too. Gorizzo scoring a goal. Orlando's still 2-0.
DC would be more than happy for the Whitecaps to play the ball around square in midfield with pretty much everybody in a black shirt camped out in their own half of the field. They have to make this home field count. Gazal kept it alive for De Jong. Might he have a go with that sweet left foot? He got under it.
Blocked away.
Yeah, it's two backs. We got his head up with his accuracy. Kai Kamar was all alone at the back post. He just floated up there. Not floated, but bending it with pace. Kai could just nod that one in.
3 assists in the last 4 games for De Jong, but he's going to need to make something happen pretty quick if he wants that streak to go, and that's not a surprise.
20,054 people.
Quite an occasion.
What is the capacity at Audi Field, actually? Is it 20,000? Yeah, 20,000. It's pretty small for a stadium, but here comes DC again.
Slips it through for Rooney. Back to Stieber.
Oh, Rooney is now on.
Kept his feet. Thought he was going to hit it with his left foot.
Wayne Rooney is on now.
Stieber again. Left-footed ball to Rooney with the header.
Oh, Rooney almost scored. Oh my God, that would be Zlatan S debut. Oh, that would have been Zlatan S if Rooney scores.
Yeah, I think we talked about it, Pete, earlier. How many is Rooney going to get before the end of the season? 20 games left, 15 at home. Can he hit double digits?
He almost got hit that one in.
He's
That would have been a dream debut if there was any of them.
That's the most important thing with Wayne Rooney. He knows where he's going to be in the cross. He feels it, smells it, senses it, and he gets himself there.
You have to think he'll be the penalty taker, and they'll get 2 or 3 of those.
I mean, he has to. He's the best player.
At that moment there. Now to 11 minutes to go. Whitecaps' Eastern travels haven't been the greatest. They've got a trip in August to New York City FC. That'll be a tough one. Coming off that 4-0 loss at Philadelphia.
Oh, what a ball.
But they're 2-0 down here, and Arriola.
Oh, what a goal from Paul Arriola.
A strike from the Chula Vista boy, and that is game, set, match.
Wow, that is a great goal.
It's a finish again. Brian Earl once again, no chance on that strike. Too easy playing it in little triangles, 20-25 yards from goal. You can see nice intricate passing. Back 4, stepping off, letting him have it. That's too deep to step off. That's an
what a
incredible
goal.
shot. You know, as a back four, what do? I think right here, Daniel's got to get tighter. But why can't he get tighter? Because Acosta's making a run through the hole there, and then he can't let him go.
Wow, what's a goal? It's 3-0 now.
Great finish.
Wayne Rooney does
Oh, they'll definitely move up in the power rankings because of that.
Very influential in this game.
Damn, that's
still just 23 years of age.
That's 2 goals that you in this game you could say could be goal of the week. Like first you got the one by Yamil Assad earlier, and then now Paul Arriola, the brace now. This is his first career 2-goal match. Wow, that's. I thought Arriola probably have scored more than had at least one game where he scored a brace.
Decent ball to Kai Kamara. Can he unleash one side?
Kai Kamara trying to score here.
Reina couldn't get it out of his feet, and now DC can break again, and maybe they're going to get.
Oh my God, DC's going to score the 4th. Who would have thought?
Lost 4-0 twice in the U.S. capital.
I mean, the Whitecaps is known to implode, so maybe they can score another one.
After this in league play, the Whitecaps will have to visit Seattle. That's a wounded animal down at CenturyLink Field. That's 1 week from today. It's
oh, that's actually a good. DC United versus Seattle, or no, Seattle versus Vancouver. Well, that's gonna be interesting. I forgot the one that I'm watching right now is the one that I'm watching right now is from TSN. I just don't get why this game is not on Fox Sports 1. Like, why? Why is this game not on FS1? This is the first ever game at Audi Field.
But when you look at the standings, they are really far behind that Western Division.
Yeah, I don't think Seattle's gonna make it through.
Rooney working hard to keep DC in possession.
Well, it looks like Orlando's gonna end their losing streak unless they don't do what the Revs did.
You know, it's incredible because they do have a good footballing team, even without Rooney. But obviously, when Rooney's come in, the game has changed, which says a lot of him as an individual and what he brings to the squad. So, if I'm a DC United fan, it's exciting times ahead for this football club.
You have to think he's going to get fitter as well, because just even looking from here, there's probably some game fitness to be gained.
Oh, here comes Wayne Rooney.
Sidestepping Mosquito.
Oh, Wayne Rooney. Oh, here Wayne Rooney again. Oh, they really want one. It would be scenes if Wayne Rooney scores.
O'Neal Fisher shakes off to Neil Henry. Back post ball and a
almost. It's 3-0. Arriola almost got the hat trick.
Guys attacked it brilliantly and just in front there, just couldn't get onto it, but a great ball again.
Now he's going to make way for
Arriola is going to get subbed off. He's not going to get the hat trick.
So no hat trick today for Paul Arriola.
Looks like Dallas just scored. See who scored for Dallas. Ziegler with the penalty.
7 minutes left to try to get a consolation goal at this stage.
Tell you what, I think in the near future I gotta visit Audi Field. Looks like a very cool stadium.
United have a date with Atlanta United next up. That's never going to be easy, but if we play like this, it could be interesting.
I mean, Atlanta and DC United is always interesting. Because for some reason, DC always figure Atlanta out. I mean, besides this season.
Wake Forest University grad and also a DC United youth player. Well, this is good news for Ben Olsen. He will have wanted desperately to get this stadium in the winning column in the first time out. And 20,500 fans have been thoroughly entertained. De Jong. Davies infield. Here comes Jake Nerwinski. Davies is going to keep his run going. Nerwinski going for goal himself. And it's a diving header off the outside of the post from Jordy Reyna.
Jordy Reyna almost scored there. Oh, it's now 3-2 Minnesota.
Nerwinski did a great job of finding that space, driving and getting his head up.
Joe Plata with the brace.
Be disappointed again, hands to the face there.
Actually, I want to watch that one. That looks like an interesting one. Because that one's getting a bit interesting. I know that the DC one's gonna be over, but this one's gonna get interesting. Like Minnesota is just, it's getting tight, that game.
Commander is taking no chances. Warner in midfield, and now Martin. Dispossessed by Beckerman. Miscue from Silva.
It is a full crowd again in Minnesota. Tell you what, when Minnesota get that new stadium, it's definitely going to be filled.
Quintero.
Because Minnesota is averaging a lot of, about 20,000.
An obvious push from behind. Jamie Wilson, just a few moments remaining in this game. If you are Adrian Heath, what are you saying?
If I'm Adrian Heath, I'm over here telling the boys, if you want any shot at making the playoff, you better show some character and some heart in the last minute plus stoppage time. Because although you were up 3-0 and everything was looking good, Real Salt Lake has battled back and deservedly gotten 2 great goals from Joao Plata. This will be a big
Chicago just got one back too.
A lot about this
just
team
saw
and where they headed in the 2018 season if they can hold on and get 3 points.
Into Warner. Totally dispossessed by Silva.
You know what? I'm gonna take this hat off. It's getting my hair is getting a little bit itchy. 4 minutes of added time in this game.
Maximiano. It's all back into the safety shell of Bobby Shuttleworth.
I don't know why they shout UFC for some reason. Oh, it's a corner for RSL though.
Just got ahead of him on that far side, making
4 minutes of stoppage time.
Chasing back, trying to defend, has no choice.
Well, let's just hope Minnesota is gonna blow this game, blow a 3-0 lead.
Ball fizzed in. Shuttleworth comes and punches. Here's Acosta.
It's given away. It's a little loop ball. Oh, that was almost free. Justin Glad.
Make sure you stay with us. Coming up on Loons Live, we'll reveal the Bellbank Man of the Match, answer your questions, take a look around what has been a very busy weekend in Major League Soccer. All that coming up on Loons Live after the 90 minutes. Plata firmly dispossessed by Maximiano.
Oh, is that a foul?
Whistle blown in favour of Real Salt Lake and get themselves underway quickly.
Well, this is only the second time Minnesota United has scored more than 2 goals in a match, and it's proved that they've needed it. They've got to find a way to close these games out.
'92nd minute now.
The decibels rise at TCF Bank Stadium, as do the nerves.
Oh, there's also 2 balls on the pitch, and the referee didn't even stop it too.
Barra winning the ball in mid-flight. 2 minutes remaining. Silva.
Man, I love this chant by Minnesota. Like, it gets the fans get going.
Silva taking charge at the back.
Man, when that new stadium comes for them, it will be certainly a good atmosphere. But here's Darwin Quintero.
Up against Silva.
Or no, that's Silva actually.
Going for the corner.
Oh, it's a goal kick.
Within his grasp.
Well, that was a corner.
To say the same though, because the young player could have just as easily decided he wanted to take a touch towards goal, get one of his own. Instead, he tries to go to the corner to kill off some of the game. Very savvy from the 19-year-old.
Into the last 30 seconds we go.
30 more seconds.
Hold on. Can RSL find an equalising goal late on?
Oh, good little ball. This is the last chance for RSL. It's throw in.
Here come the away side though.
Oh, not the best clearance. Let's clear the way.
And the ball's still not cleared.
And it's clear. Is that it? That has to be it.
Now there's no time to run. The whistle goes.
Oh, it is full time. The crowd didn't even realize that it was full time, but and Quintero was still going. I feel like they should have just let Quintero kept going, and maybe he'll score one, and then they'll blow full time. That probably would have been better.
Ibsen, Quintero, and Ibarra with the goals. Hugh on the ball.
Yeah, that. Well, this RSL team just for some reason cannot win at home. It's just so weird. Man, it would be awesome when they play Wonderwall in the new stadium. I know that Man City also do it, but the way Minnesota does it, it's just so awesome. It's just such a good tradition. And I love how their broadcast just kind of shuts up and just kind of like let the crowd sings it. Me saves me. I mean that just, if you hear that, that just gives you goosebumps every time you hear that.
Give us your thoughts on that.
Absolutely ridiculous. The game's won at 3-0, and we consistently try and get the opposition in the game. It's ridiculous.
What do you do this
Adrian Heave is still upset.
I ain't putting up with that. The game should have been finished. Should have been 3-0.
Wow.
With that nonsense at the end. Thank you.
Wow.
Cal, Kendra, back to you.
So Adrian Heath.
That must be the most angriest I have heard Adrian Heath. I mean that must be the angriest I've heard Adrian Heath after the final whistle, and his team won. I mean, I don't blame him, because that was, you know, when your team up 3-0 and you let them go back in, that would have been disappointed. I can't believe Minnesota has now 7 wins. Meanwhile, we have no wins. Well, we have 1 win, actually. Right. I guess we got one more game to watch. And that's, of course, is the Colorado Rapids versus Houston, which means I think this is a time for me to do a pack opening. But before I do that, I'm going to go to the bathroom, and I'll be right back.
Standard 7-passenger seating.
The Gentlemen's Championship, tomorrow at 9 a.m. on ESPN.
The ESPYs auction continues through Wednesday on the ESPN networks.
Welcome back. Halftime score here at Dick's Sporting Goods Park. No score, in fact, between the Rapids and the Dynamo. The second half is coming up very, very soon. We're going to look back on the first 45 minutes, but with a different take. We're going to look at the man, Charles Barnes, the new signing. The highlights presented by Dick's Sporting Goods, and he's been influential in some of the good moves.
Yes, you know, I think this is a great example of what he can do. Look at the pace. He's getting in behind. I got to say, that's a great run by Baji. He opens himself up. Great ball in. And look at the diagonal run where he lays his ball right into stride. Machado does a nice job. You got to give him credit. He does just enough to throw.
Right, we're back. It's time to open more packs. Time to open more packs. This is probably the most exciting thing left to do, besides watching the Rapids and the Dynamos play. Surprised that game is 0-0 though. Right. There's only 3 shot on target in that game. I think the Rapids and the Dynamo. But yep, it's time to open some packs again. Let's see who we're gonna get this time. And actually, I'm gonna put all the players. I'm gonna put the players in this box. Right. Let's do this. Let's do this. First player, Ben Swint from NYCFC. Joe Willis.
Let's have a look at the other scores around Major League Soccer.
Joseph Martinez, a specialty car right here. I think this was the game against Columbus that he has. Richie Marquez. Another Stephen Fry car. And Ian Harks. So that one was not bad, but it clearly isn't the best, though. Let's take a look at the next one, though. Hopefully this one is better. Sebastian Blanco. Dom Dwyer. Okay, that's not bad. Marco Arena, former Quakes player. That's pretty good. Luis Robles. And I think this is a specialty because it's a blue car. And it says 56 of 99 right here. And again, unfortunately, it's not really focused a lot, but yeah, that's not bad, although it's not a low number. It's not as low as 5 of 10, though. Tito Villalba. Oops, upside down. And Daniel Sturridge. Right, next one. Right, Justin Morrow, who's currently injured right now, and certainly this is a guy that TFC dearly missed. Brek Shea, the troll of MLS, is in there, and look at that, Bastian Schweinsteiger. So now I have got everybody except for Javenko in the box. Dos Santos, Giovanni, that is. And is this a special card? Nope, it's not. Luciano Acosta. And look at that. David Villa. And I'll tell you what, that actually was not a bad pack. Although I'm still kind of searching for Zlatan. At least I got this Luis Robles blue card, which is very nice. Alright, how many we got? We got 4 more to go. First one, Maxime Chanot. Another Dos Santos. Giovanni. Ronald Motorita. Another Miguel Almiron card. The Galaxy team card. And Waylon Francis. Okay, that one was not bad. At least we got Miguel Almiron again. That's 2 now I have got so far. And I think there was also one more I got from it was a specialty. Maxi Morales. LAFC card. Unfortunately, it did not include Vela though. I think in the middle that's Bob Bradley. Dom Dwyer specialty card. Scott Sutter. Tesho Akindele. And also Fernando Adi to finish off that pack. So I still haven't got the signature yet. I think it's coming. It's coming in one of these. You're guaranteed to have a signature. Tony Tishani. Sporting KC team card. Just upside down. Gila Anaba. I don't know. That is a hard name to pronounce. Jonathan Mesa. Jordan Morris, who unfortunately is injured and out for this season. And then you also got Superman, Christian Ramirez. So not a bad pack again. I think one of these two will have the signature. You got Orlando City team card. Tim Melia. Oops, upside down. Another Josie Altidore. This one is not really special. Jefferson Savarino. He's having not a bad season. Chris Tierney. And also the FC Dallas team card. So this one must have contained a signature. And let's see who exactly we're going to get in the signature one. This pack is not as good as the last one. The last one was really good. I'm still looking for either Zlatan or Sebastian Javenko. Oh, look at that! Sebastian Javenko. Just as I said that I was gonna get one. There it is. Sebastian Javenko. Let's see, Fabian Heberis. Nicholas Ladero. And this is the signature, Ryan Hulanshed. Right here. Here's a closer look. Bobby Shuttleworth. And also another Atlanta United team card. So, yeah, basically, I have got all 4 of these guys in the pack. Got Sebastian Javenko, Bastian Schweinsteiger, Joseph Martinez, and Clint Dempsey. I got a couple of Clint Dempsey ones. Yeah, it's not a bad signature. I might as well just kind of like buy a Zlatan signature. That would be really cool. You got Javenko car right here. You need to look in the back to see if they have any specialty. Autograph. Yeah, it doesn't show any specialty. No specialty there. I thought this one was a specialty with Josie Altidore there. I'm getting a lot of Josie Altidore lately. Let's see, is this a specialty? Just keep looking in the back.
From Louis Gill, who had the best chance of the first 45. He had 2
And the thing about that pack is that there was no Quakes player in that pack. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to get Vela. I really kind of wanted, like, of all the player that I got, Miguel Almiron, Joseph Martinez, Clint Dempsey, Sebastian Javenko, David Villa, I didn't get Carlos Vela, and that is a tough one to get. And I also didn't get Zlatan. I love this. I love this Dom Dwyer card. It looks really nice. I think I have a Dom Dwyer card when he was still with Sporting KC, somewhere on my table. And it's disappointing when the disappointing thing is with this LAFC card, it would be really nice if Carlos Vela was there. Like, that would be nice. And unfortunately, there was none. Carlos Vela is nowhere to find in that card. I mean, at least I got Diego Rossi. And I got, at least I also got, who else I got for LAFC? Orania. And I got...
Martinez has wandered over to Rodriguez, looking for the
this
short.
is a specialty. Nope, it's not.
Area,
very nice kind of car. Miguel Almiron.
Quick gold kick, from,
yep, and there's the David Villa one. Oops. The David Villa one.
Castillo on his outside. His body checked there by Leonardo. Good advantage.
And there's the Bastian Schweinsteiger one.
Was sent tumbling. Leonardo was just
I mean, if you compare this picture to this card, I guess they look very similar.
Lets it go there after Machado misses and swings, and there's really, it wasn't even Leonardo. It was Machado again grabbing. Watch him grab right here from behind on.
And this was the only specialty one, the blue car. I mean, if I can find like the other one, the 5 out of 10 one. Like, if I look on the box, it says if you want to get a red. Oh, where does it say a red? It's 1 of 258. But if you get a blue one, then it's 1 of 74. So yeah, this Jarzy Zardes one, there was only 8 that got there was only 10 that got produced, and this was 8 of 10. And then there was another one that I got. Where is it? Not sure where did it go.
Fight through the pain a little bit and see how long he can last.
Tim
Yeah,
Howard.
he was an all-star right here. Yeah, there it is. Kellen Acosta. Is it? Nope. Yeah, I think it was the Kellen Acosta one that I got. That was a rarity. Well, I'm going to have to look through it, unfortunately.
Little jab there, wasn't it? There was certainly contact
To, like, look
there.
back.
With the left hand, a little jab. It looked like he was trying to put his hand on his shoulder, and as he went to put his hand on his shoulder, it slipped off and hit him.
Bacci does well to recover. Barnes finds Blomberg.
Yeah, I can't find it, unfortunately. Oh well, it's okay. Just gonna put all these players in here. Oh, there we go. And also, I didn't get Ezekiel Barco, which is also unfortunate.
He's the one that's being put through a more intense final warm-up over on the to our right-hand side.
Go. Just put it in this box, and there we go. Right, where are we in? We're in the 50th minute. I'm actually not even paying attention to the game at all, which I should. Yeah, there are the 2 packs. Got a couple of good players too in those packs too. Especially I got all 4 of these players in up. I also got Wando too in one of the pack.
To maybe Gashi or Bolly, we're looking to continue that creative side of things. Maybe a Gashi was the man. And you said, well, I've just got a nagging leaning towards Jack McBean, and you're spot on.
Well, 2 things here. You You can either drop Baji also back into the mid there and have him dribble from there and that be the post guy, or you can throw McBean up top, let him be the post guy. But I think with McBean, we've seen how much he runs, he fights, he scratches. I can see him slide up top. Almost three. You can almost see him go three now.
From a rapid standpoint, what you hope is that Barnes hasn't done more damage.
Jack McBean.
In those few minutes after the break, as
he's coming on.
He didn't get too many minutes in Mexico, and you know,
and I bet he's an English player, because it seemed like Colorado is signing so many English players. I'm gonna look on the Quakes Reddit and let's see if there's any other specialty. Post-match threat. Haven't won in 11 games. Flo arguing we don't have quality. Wando fights back. Godoy doesn't give a shit about the club. Wando play left mid. Tarbell can't save a shot outside of the box. Defense is solved as charming. Kevin and Chin, but because we got the longest since rebranding and opening the stadium. With subbing out there, barely pay attention in the second half. This game got me fire. Starhay Penwagon. Yep. With DC United win, we are now the worst team in the league. Yep. And I don't blame us for being the worst team in the league. We are the worst team in the league right now. It's so sad seeing other team performing well and our team is just plain garbage.
We talked about Houston's road struggles in the first half, but certainly not struggled to score on the road as we break away with Nicholson. Near post, that should be nice and easy for Joe Willis, who's not had too much to do. But we talk about scoring on the road. Houston have scored more goals this season. Or no, sorry, nearly 13 goals after 8 games this season. They scored 14 in 17 in 2017, so they are much further ahead. We talked about it, didn't we? That their record on the road doesn't look good, but you would think they're not too far away. They're scoring plenty of goals. They're taking the games.
I mean, they're never. Houston's never very good on the road in the first place.
We talked about Ellis, we talked about Kyoto, we've talked a lot of players that they have, Martinez, Rodriguez. The biggest problems they have, and especially when you don't have Sindros in there, is giving up goals. And I think consistency for them, and it's getting there for them. You know, it's almost like Colorado. The one thing that kills Colorado is individual mistakes, and I think that's what's been killing Houston, is the same thing. Little tiny mismark there, or mispass there, that comes back to basically haunt them.
Drops to Martinez, dispossessed by Price, falls to Courtney Ford, who can bring the ball away. Can he find a burgundy jersey? Nicholson is the man on halfway. Gets away from that challenge. Now looking to try and get away from Garcia. Finds McBean, low ball in, and it's cut out by Jared Watts, with Baji carrying it at the far post.
Well, and I'll say this, watching Houston now, they're going to have to make some subs, and only because if you're watching in the middle, you're watching Alexander, he's starting to get fatigued. We're not talking about Luis Gill anymore. They're starting to get fatigued. So if Wilmer is going to make a move, it's going to have to be in the midfield.
Not just altitude, of course, as we mentioned right at the start. A number of these players have not played that many minutes in Major League Soccer. Whether it's just not starting games, not appearing in games, or coming on as substitute. Rapids then with their second corner kick. Dynamo getting set to make another change. Here comes the in-swinger, far post, Courtney Ford. Not quite direct out the way he wanted. Drops to Nicholson. Be cleared by Machado, not too far though. Spins out a play over on that far side. Is it kept in? No, it's not. Throw to the Rapids. So a second change coming up. It looks like it's going to be Manotas stepping in as Wilmer Cabrera looks on. We'll get an update shortly on the Giles Barnes situation, but while this potential break for the Rapids, Castillo.
Oh, this is a chance for the Rapids. Oh, that has. How in the world did that not go in? That was actually a really decent ball. Wow, the Rapids should have scored that first goal. Oh, what the heck was that? What the heck was that shot from Bocci?
Nice little ball in to Sam Nicholson. He gets his ball, he cuts it back. You can see Lindquist makes that save. That's a great tackle right there. Absolutely fantastic. Because watch what he gets. He cuts McBean off, and McBean is right there. If he does not slide, McBean gets in there. But you like the little 1-2 give and go in there, and a great cross. Here you can take a look at Giles Barnes. Does look like it is his right ankle.
So Manotas, as we were looking at that chance once again, he's stepping in, and Lewis Gill is making way. So Houston have now got their 2 top scorers on the field. In fact, the guys on the field, Manotas, Elise and Martinez, 22 goals between them. The same number as the Rapids roster have as a total. So they've got their danger men on the field.
Well, and they put Manotas up top with Elise, and they drop Martinez.
Oh, and I also just saw Orlando just won. So that means with Orlando winning, you know what that means. It means that I am going to put the Quakes in the bottom of the power rankings. And you can guarantee that. Oops. Oh, crap. Crap. That is not good.
They've got another one coming up on Wednesday. It's the quarter-final, taken down nicely by Elise, but he's not got too many bodies supporting him. Now they have
right, there we go. I accidentally closed that window. Oh no, I accidentally closed the window.
The voice you can hear there is Tim Howard having words with Courtney Ford.
Let me just redo this. Accidentally closed the window.
It was interesting. They've talked about this in the World Cup, this new trend of goalkeepers not putting anybody on the near post or the far post. Everybody's marking, but no one, and we've seen trends for years, somebody on the near post.
The in-swinger, Leonardo.
Right, there we go.
So,
just fixed it.
That far post. Looking for the quick break, but you can see the ball holding up. There's the breeze that the Rapids are now playing into.
My gut feeling is go after Garcia on the right-hand side. Go after him. He's lumbering down the field. He's not able to get back. There's space there. I think Sam Nicholson needs to stay out there and go at him one-on-one.
Alexander. Back again. You can see his jersey fluttering in the breeze here in Commerce City. Back to Machado. Crossfield for Leonardo. Let's get an update on Giles Barnes with Lauren.
Well, Richard, Giles Barnes clearly did not want to leave this match in his Rapids debut. Was visibly upset, slapped the bench out of frustration when he came off of the field of play. He received a little bit of medical attention there from the athletic trainer, who cut off that wrap around his right ankle, applied some ice. But the good news, guys, is he was not escorted back to the locker room and remains here on the sidelines to watch the remainder of the match.
Thanks, Lauren. Yeah, an hour gone now, so the next half hour he will be a spectator. Will Giles Barnes will be looking to be fit and ready to go next weekend as the Rapids head to Rio Tinto over the Rockies to take on Real Salt Lake.
Ooh, the Rocky Mountain Derby is next week. That will be very interesting. Actually, let me take a look. When is the Rockies Mountain? When is the Rocky Mountain Derby begin? When does it begin? Let me take a look.
Shot, and it's a big hand from Tim Howard once again.
Right, when are they gonna be playing? Oh, that's gonna be at Rio Tinto. Oh, okay. They're gonna be playing at Rio Tinto. I thought it was gonna be at. At Dick's Sporting Goods.
Bit of space to attack Lundqvist. McBean making the run down the line. Leonardo watching him. Price is behind for the quick throw. Badgie's in the middle. Just a little shove there from Machado.
It's actually a pretty good crowd. for the Rapids. I mean, despite the fact the team is not very good. Oh, that was almost in, and somehow Joe Willis made it look easy. Like he made that look easy, even though it wasn't.
Watch his feet. He steps.
Oh, actually, to be fair, that wasn't really hit very. That wasn't really hit. I thought it was hitting to the top right or the top left corner.
It's starting to look fatigued. For me, they got to keep concentrating. Rapids left, Houston Dynamo's right side of the field.
A little over a year ago, these two sides previously met here at Dick's Sporting Goods Park. 2 goals from Hairston, 1 from Kevin Doyle. The Rapids winning by 3 goals to 1. Houston's goal from Cubo Torres. Hairston's on the bench. Kevin Doyle's retired, and Cubo Torres has moved on. It's a very different game in a very different season.
Oh yeah, Cubo Torres is not with Houston anymore, and that almost went in. Now, let me take a look at baseball. Oh no, the Angels are tying. The Dodgers just came back. Oh man, that was so close. They were so close. And now the Dodgers are potentially could win this. Damn it, I thought the Dodgers were going to lose today.
Tonight's telecast of Rapid Soccer on Altitude is brought to you by Transamerica, the official jersey sponsor of the Colorado Rapids. I think with that last chance, it will just break with Elise galloping down that right-hand side. Bodies in the middle now, away by Courtney Ford. Thumping header, helped on by Wilson, and again by McBean. If Smith had missed by more, yeah, Badgie was coming in on that near post. In fact, it split between Badgie and that far post and wide of the mark, although Badgie was being monitored by Jared Watts towards the far post, away by Smith.
Is that a new MLS team? Nope, the Dodgers are not a new MLS team. I'm just checking the MLB score. I mean, after this, I'm gonna watch the Giants take on the A's. Gonna watch the Giants play. I'm hoping the Dodgers will lose because, you know, as a Giants fan, we always want them to lose, but they're leading our divisions, and we don't want them to win. Imagine if the Dodgers are a new MLS team. Oh, if they're a new MLS team, they will be like the Manchester United of MLS. They're just gonna spend money on player. They're gonna have like Zlatan, Carlos Vela, all those expensive signing, and they're gonna turn the league like it's Bayern Munich of MLS, just winning the league every time. But thank goodness the Dodgers are not an MLS team.
Listen, Houston's starting to get spread open. This is huge for Colorado. Look at the room down the middle for Jack Price. Look at the room out wide for Castillo. Houston's trying to win this game. They're opening themselves up. That falls right into Colorado's hands.
Yeah, but even if they open up, can Colorado break them down?
And a Western Conference opponent. September the 17th.
Lex Shat as a goalie. And where can LeBron play? Can he play? You know, maybe they should let LeBron play as a striker, and then he's gonna be like Messi or Ronaldo.
Struggle that the Dynamo have had. The Raptors will be looking to prolong that. Elisto might have.
Ooh, this could be a chance. Ooh, that was almost headed in, but cleared away by the Rapids.
Look at Tommy Smith. He comes in. Nice job. He's reading.
I mean, LeBron will just completely out-muscle everybody. He might be even stronger than Lukaku. He'll just boss everybody. I mean, if LeBron is playing for an MLS team, he will be out of an MLS team because all the big club will chase him. Like Real Madrid will sign LeBron, or Barcelona will sign LeBron because he is that of a beast.
Wilson held up in the breeze.
Oh, I thought that was offside, but it wasn't.
Past Jared Watts.
Well, this would be interesting to see.
What's up with that retarded Galaxy comeback? I don't know. Maybe it's the refs that decided to do the same thing the Quakes did, which is leading late in the game, and then decided to completely switched off, and just like that, they lose. They lose 3-2. I mean, if you're a Revs fan, yeah, you know now how it feels to be a Quakes fan, seeing your team blowing a lead and then losing the game in stoppage time.
So Gachi is spending one last day in his 20s.
Man, LA teams are just they have some voodoo. They're stealing the Goonies magic from the Quakes. Like LAFC did it to us, and now LA Galaxy did it twice. Remember, LA Galaxy did it to LAFC, and now they did it to the Revs. Looks like the Goonies magic is coming down to Southern California now. And this is what happened when the Quakes run out of that Goonies magic. They just, you know, Revs so bad it has to do with money. The Revs are not bad. I mean, the Revs are actually having a great season. I mean, this is a team that I said they were done. Like, there's no way they're going to compete with that kind of squad that they had. And yet, they're competing. And you got guys like Fagundes, Bunbury, and Pineda stepping up for that team. And those are the guys that you wouldn't think would be stepping up for those teams. And I think Pineda is probably the guy that nobody thought that would be happening, because Fagundes, he had good season in the past.
So here comes the first one. Skelson Gachi in for
I mean, I don't think MLS, all the good teams in MLS can be successful just for money. I mean, look at Sporting KC. They're a team that doesn't spend a lot, but yet they are near the top part of the table now. Of course, Sporting KC has been struggling a bit, but still, you know, I don't think you don't really need to have to spend so much money to just get onto the top. I mean, the Red Bulls, they haven't spent a lot of money. They've been using a couple of youth squad, and look where they are right now. And the only guy that I know New York has spent money is on Kaku. And that's pretty much it. And it's also about managing and good coaching for the team. If you have a good coach, then you will do very well. Just look at Columbus. You know, Greg Berhalter, very good manager. He's getting the best out of his players. That's why they're near the top 4 in the Eastern Conference. I mean, if money is everything, then why is Orlando City not like near the top of the table right now?
Last weekend, having missed 7 games with a knee injury.
If the caps goes up more than you can buy better player, you won't see those crazy comeback. But here's the thing: if the cap goes up, well, if we don't have a cap, then this is just going to be a European league. There's going to be one club that's just going to dominate, and most likely it's going to be either Atlanta United or LAFC. Yeah, but those team has academy. Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say. Money doesn't always mean that you can be successful. I mean, at times it could be successful, but if you have a good academy, like, you know, like what Sporting KC and the Red Bulls had, and I would even throw FC Dallas into this. Like, FC Dallas is the prime example of what can happen to a team when you have a good academy. I mean, if you ignore what happened last year, FC Dallas is one of the best teams in the past couple of seasons. And they always rely on their academy. They always play their youth squad. Bad coaching. Well, I know what bad coaching felt like. Because as a Quakes fan, yeah, that's what happened. And the Quakes, you could say that maybe they're kind of an example too. You know, we spend money. We spend on getting some player like Vako and guys like Eriksson, and we try to keep improve on our attack, but instead it just hasn't looked very good at all. And it also has something to do with the management too. Like, if you, for example, the Quakes, they're always being cheap, and being cheap is never gonna be a good way to figure things out. And they always do random kind of player. Like, they always put players that they know that they're kind of good in other league, but they're not proven in MLS. They're not getting MLS proven guys. Oh god, is this going to end in a 0-0 draw between the Rapids and the Dynamo?
Memo Rodriguez with this corner kick.
She's going to eat some Ritz.
Here it comes, it's on its way.
Oh shit, I dropped my Ritz. Who do you think will win MLS Cup? Well, in the beginning of the year when I made my top 25 bold prediction, I say Atlanta United was going to win it all. Now, I'm not sure should I stick with Atlanta United, because knowing Atlanta and knowing Georgia Sport, they always find a way to choke in the playoffs. So, I'm going to say I don't think LAFC will get it done, even though they look very good right now. I have a feeling the Red Bulls could get it done. NYCFC could get it done too. But it's really hard to like pick a winner for MLS Cup that is not from the Eastern Conference, because the Eastern Conference is pretty clear that it's much stronger than the West right now. I still chose Atlanta. But the thing about Atlanta is they always choke. Like even last year they were doing very well, and then they got knocked out in the first round by Columbus. Columbus might be a dark horse kind of team for me. You know, with Greg Ballholzer, you'll never know with this team.
Look at that. That's fantastic. You know what? That's fantastic. Right foot, a little slide to hook that ball back in.
If I have to pick a Western Conference team to win, I think Dallas could get it done. I think even Portland might get it done. Because Portland right now is just red hot right now.
Corner number 6. They've had a few in succession of the Dynamo. They honed their skill. This one's a little deeper, a bit more top spin on it. It's going to drop.
Last year they were rookies. Well, yeah, I mean, I can give them as a pass, but knowing Atlanta sports, oh, this could be a chance. Oh, Willis just got it out. But the thing about Atlanta is when you hear Atlanta and you talk about sports to them, you will always remind them of the 28-3 blown lead in the Super Bowl. And you can also mention about the national championship with Georgia blowing it.
I mean, absolutely fantastic play. Ball in, ball to the cross. Just a little too much there from Gashi, but I tell you what.
LAFC versus Timber. Yeah, that would be that is going to be a great match.
Just a little too far from Gashi.
Like, both teams are very good right now. For me, I think LAFC is going to win that because LAFC has been untouchable at home this season. They have been untouchable. And despite the fact that the Timbers are good, I don't know about their road record. I mean, I know they're good at Providence Park, but what about their road record? And I think LAFC is getting a couple of guys back too. If I remember, if I look on the preview here, I think they're gonna get they might get Vela back because I think he should have enough break now, and they're gonna probably maybe get Orania back. Although I don't know where would you put Orania, because you know Dio is probably gonna be in that spot, because Dio is just absolutely on fire right now. So yeah, this LAFC team, you know, it's just gonna get better right now. Do you think the Galaxy even have a chance to make the playoffs? Yeah, I think they do. And as painful as I have to say this as a Quakes fan, I still think they can make the playoffs. Because the thing is, the Western Conference, you know, and technically as of now, the Galaxy is actually above the red line. And actually, let me just double check to make sure that's true. Yep, they are above the red line. They're just barely above the red line, above Vancouver. Although well, if Houston win tonight, then I think Houston would be going to the 6th spot, and LA will drop down. But it's tight between 4th and 8th place. Like, Real Salt Lake has 29 points. Portland has 29 points. The Galaxy have 28. The Whitecaps has 26. And the Dynamo has 25. Now, the Timbers have only played 16 games this season, so they can potentially find themselves near the top of the table. And, you know, I think, for me, what I predict the playoffs and how the Western Conference is going to end, it's going to be probably FC Dallas going to finish 1st, LAFC 2nd, Sporting KC 3rd, or no, Portland Timbers 3rd, Sporting KC 4th, I'm going to say RSL 5th, and the Galaxy finish 6th. Although the Whitecaps and the Dynamos might have a chance to get that final spot. It's still very hard to tell. And I think the problem for the Galaxy so far this season is that they're just so bad in the defense of end. Like, their defense is just hot garbage. And the funny thing is, they spent so much money to improve that defense, and yet it's still the same hot garbage. And, you know, the only reason why the Galaxy are relevant right now is because Zlatan is just doing Zlatan thing, and that their attack is actually very, very good. And I know a couple of days ago, somebody told me how the Galaxy could be a top team if their defense is better, and I have to agree with him. I mean, if this Galaxy defense can be just like half decent, or not half decent, but at least looking to be a team that does not concede a lot of goals, and doesn't have to be like that Sporting KC kind of stealth defense, this team would have been in the top 3 by now. Because this team has a good attack. Timbers are just going to sit and wait for the counter. I mean, in a way that's their kind of tactics, but it's been working very well for them. So, and as long as if that's a good tactics for them, then they're gonna keep going. Yeah, Vela. I think Vela is gonna, for sure, he has to start. Like, Vela has been the star man of this team, and if he's gonna not be starting in games, the fans of LAFC will question Bob Bradley's decision, and I'm pretty sure Bob Bradley is not that dumb to not start Carlos Vela in a game. So I think he'll definitely start. But it looks like they're probably going to leave Dio in because Dio is just red hot right now. Hate LAFC, but they will make the playoffs. Remember, it's not LAFC. It's Los Angeles former Chivas. I mean, it's true. The defense for LA Galaxy is absolutely horrendous. Like, if you saw that game between the Quakes and the Galaxy, I don't remember one time where I seen the Quakes can actually get so much space to trying to score a goal. and find it so easily to break down a team. And usually when I see Quakes break down bad defense, they don't do it very well. But you have to be extra bad to let the Quakes attack look like something that Atlanta United would be. And that is exactly what happened in that Cali Classico. There would be bottom of the table if Zlatan wasn't there. I wouldn't say that. I think they would have been still be competitive. I think Zlatan definitely has bring that names and that big kind of factor into it. But they still have a couple of dangerous weapons. You know, they still have Kamara, Roman Alessandrini, and all those guys. I mean, I don't think they will score as more goals than what it is right now. But I don't think, even if they have Zlatan, I don't think they will be just, they won't be just completely garbage. I think Siani is a huge problem in the Galaxy defense. It's not just Siani, it's just the whole defense is just, it's a joke almost. I mean, it's crazy. Like, I'm still kind of baffled of how much they have spent on the back line, and yet they still can't get it correctly. How many games have Zlatan won for them? Well, yeah, I mean, he has single-handedly won games for them, but it just, you also look at the time when Zlatan is in the starting 11, and how many times have they either draw or lost games. Like, it feels like, if you look at the stats, you would be surprised that they actually win more games without Zlatan being there. I mean, Zlatan did win that LAFC game, or that El Trafico game. And I don't think he scored one goal in that Revs versus Galaxy match. Yeah, he didn't even score once in that game.
Getting ready to come in for Bacci, but Bacci looking to add to his tally. Gets a tug there from Sirin, and that's going to be a yellow card. One of the biggest cheers of the night.
Bacci does a nice job. He's the 3-4 players here. He sees him come in. He tucks it in with his left. Feels enough of a tug. Look at this. He feels it.
Oh man, this has been such a boring game between the Rapids and the Dynamo. I mean, I kind of expected that because both of these teams are not very good. Especially the Dynamos are not good on the roll. Well, here comes a free kick for the Rapids.
There's a little gap in between the two players right here. You drive it into that area where the Axel Schultz is.
And you've got to drive it because you float it up and it's going to be held up in this breeze.
Ibra didn't play against the refs. Exactly. See what I mean? When Ibra is not there, they actually still win more games when he's not there. That just shows you how, yes, even though Zlatan has scoring the goals and at times they have bailed them out, it's kind of not true if you look at the games when he's not there and when he is there. Can the Galaxy give LAFC their first loss at home? That is going to be tough, but, you know, you never know. You know, it's the El Trafico, and I'm pretty sure both teams will be up for it. And I'm pretty sure if LAFC does go 3-0 up again, I don't think LA Galaxy is going to come back. Like, LAFC basically just completely switched off in that 3-0 game that they blew. Like, they just completely switched off. They just stopped playing thinking the game is over. But I don't think they're going to do that again. I think maybe they'll have a chance. Although LAFC is just so hot right now.
Just pushes it wide.
Because Revs have turf. Oh yeah, because Zlatan does not want to play in a turf field. So if the Galaxy play Atlanta, then Zlatan is not going to be there because Atlanta has turf stadium. And the same thing goes if they play against Portland or Seattle, because they're all turf stadium.
For a red card dished out at Houston.
Yeah, this LAFC team, what's so interesting about this team is that this team started very hot and kind of surprised everybody, and then when they started to had a couple of injury, they started to kind of struggle a little bit, but all of a sudden they started to figure it out again, and guys like that you wouldn't think would be stepping up, guys like maybe Dio, for example, that is being such a deadly goal scorer that he is now. You know, it has completely took everybody by surprise of how good LAFC is. And keep in mind, this was doing when they were in the World Cup period, when they did not have Vela and Urania. Live streaming. Yup. Hello, Colorado Last Hope. By the way, I'm watching your team play right now. Oh, and that is gonna be kept by Houston. Yeah, I'm watching the Colorado game, by the way. It's definitely a bit of a snooze fest, I gotta say. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this game has not been very fun. But at least it's not as bad as the Quakes versus Montreal game. I mean, that game was even worse.
That gets you into the high 30s. You pick 1 or 2 off on the road, that gets you near that 43 to 45.
Honestly, I think this would have been a pretty good. I think this might be a good draw for Colorado, or not Colorado, but Houston, because this is a team that just does not win on the road, and any point for them on the road is always good because they always do well at home. But if there's a playoff game, I think Ibra would change his mind and playing on turf field. I mean, if the Galaxy play against the Timbers, then maybe he'll change his mind.
Desperately calling out for it, and then the Rapids give up a free kick.
I'm trying to think who else plays in a turf stadium. I know Atlanta plays in a turf stadium. I know Portland plays in a turf stadium. I know Seattle plays in a turf stadium. New England plays in a turf stadium. But I think that's it. Not a lot of teams are playing in turf stadium anymore. And most of them are just NFL stadium.
Into the last 30 seconds of the 90.
I'm surprised the stadium is that packed. Yeah, I mean, Rapids fans, I'll tell you what, they are actually really loyal to their team. Like, as bad as thing has gone, they're still showing up, which is... And the funny thing is, when I was in Denver a couple of weeks ago, well, not a couple of weeks ago, but last month, I asked a couple of the locals and say, do they even care about the Rapids? And they just say, no, we don't care about the Rapids. Oh, and it's going to be gone out. Every team in Cascadia plays on turf. Oh yeah, Vancouver. I forgot. BC plays. That's a turf stadium too. And that's also a football stadium because I know there's a CFL team plays there. I think it's the BC Lions that plays there. You need loyal fans. Yeah, unlike, let's say, who is probably one of the most unloyal fans? Maybe Galaxy fans, for example, where last season nobody showed up at StubHub Center. Who else is an unloyal fan? I'm just kind of like roasting fan. Chicago, for example. I know last year Chicago Fire game at times were just completely packed, but now it's just mostly empty. But the Fire hasn't been that good this season. Who else is a fan base that is unloyal? I can't really think of another fan base that is unloyal. Chicago has a bad stadium location. Well, that's the same with Colorado. Colorado also have a bad stadium location. Like, they put it in the middle of nowhere, really, the stadium. Like, when I look on the map, there literally is no public transportation that gets to the stadium. Well, actually, there is. There's the A train that gets to there, but it's like in the middle of nowhere. And I think it's the same thing with the refs. I mean, they play in Gillette Stadium, which, one, that's a football stadium, which is a stadium that you shouldn't be playing soccer anymore. I mean, if any MLS team that is playing in a soccer stadium, or not soccer stadium, but in a football stadium, you know, you're outdated, okay? And I think the only team I can give an exception are Seattle and Atlanta fans, but you shouldn't be playing in a football stadium. The Loons plays on turf. Yeah, because they play at TCF Bank Stadium, which is home to the Minnesota Gophers, the college team. But once they open Allianz Field, I think they're going to be playing on grass. I'm pretty sure. I mean, Minnesota, the stadium is kind of weird. Like, why would they made the stadium look like a football stadium with, like, there's like Minnesota near the goal post, and then there's like the Minnesota logo in the center circle. It looks like a football stadium. There's a big problem if you want to keep fans coming. Any MLS team that play in a baseball stadium is booty. Yup. NYCFC, for example. Like, seriously, NYCFC? And I know in an article on MLS talk about the stadium compared to Audi Field. Everybody in the comments immediately roasted Yankee Stadium. Like, they said that Yankee Stadium is just, it's clearly, it's not under FIFA standards, and that it is pretty clear that it's not like 70 times 110. But City Football Group can't build a stadium for them. Cheap ass. I mean, they need to like find a location, and keep in mind, New York is a very hard location to find. Like, the Red Bulls doesn't even play in New York. They're playing in New Jersey. They're kind of like what the Giants and the Jets are doing, playing in New Jersey. Which I hate that. Like, why would they have to play in another states? But, yeah. Actually, you know what? Let me just look at some other stuff. Yep, it's a 0-0 draw, which kind of explained the game itself. It was not a fun game to watch. Yeah, I feel your disappointment. I mean, let's face it, it was really boring, that game. I mean, I literally stopped paying attention to the game. But it's okay. I mean, at least you got a draw. You're not like my Quakes that didn't even get anything out of this again. And I hate to say this, but Colorado might be the only team that we could potentially beat this season. I mean, they're not. We do play them in July, and that might be a team that we can end our losing streak. And maybe you could say RSL might be the one, because RSL are not good on the road. Beckham Stadium. I don't even know when is that new stadium in Miami is going to be built in. Like, Beckham hasn't even announced like when the team is going to be playing. But yeah, that is pretty much going to be it, guys. That's going to be the end of the stream. And actually, let me just close this and get rid of this. Remove. There we go. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the stream tonight. Thank you for watching, everybody. All the MLS action is over. Be sure to check out my review that I'll do tomorrow. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and I will see you guys next time.